guys, welcome to today's video. So here is another one of my favorite makeup looks. Pretty much all of these looks are my favorite, first of all, and second of all, these are actually all of them are looks that I sometimes use every single day. So this is one of them that I actually kind of tend to lean more towards like special occasions. I do still really like sometimes to use this, or to do this makeup look. I'm going to take my ColourPop Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in Fair, and I'm going to put some of that on the back of my hand to carve out the brows. To do that, I'm going to use the Morphe and L'Oreal A19 brush. I kind of like to connect them in the middle as well. Kind of like that, and then take the other side. I'm going to apply a little bit more on the back of my hand. Like I said, I'm going to take the other side and go underneath part of the brow. And then I like to fill the middle in as well with whatever left on the brush. You can blend that in with the beauty blender. I like to go through the brow as well with this. And now we can start on the eyes. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. Sheer Eye Primer to prime the eyes. I might need to get more of this. This is almost out. Just blend it in with my finger. Then I'm going to take the same concealer and I'm just going to dot some of that, a tiny bit of that on the lid, and blend it in with a brush. I'm going to take the Sonia Kashuk Fluffy brush to do this. I kind of like to also go in the inner part of the eye. Okay, to set the concealer on the lids, I'm going to take my Bare Minerals Original Foundation in Fairly Light. I'm going to pour some of it in the cap. Then I'm going to take the Nisa Beauty Eye Fan brush to set the concealer on the lids. So this makeup look is probably one of my favorite. I mean, all of these makeup looks are my favorite, and all of them I use pretty much for an everyday look. But this one I pretty much use all the time, or this. So we're gonna go in first with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette. We are going to first take the color Golden Ochre, which is this one here, and I am going to use Morphe and L'Oreal brush number 811, up off the excess, and I'm going to sweep this in the lid, or in the crease. I also like to kind of go in the part as well, and with what's ever left on the brush, I will blend it up towards the brow. Okay, with another brush, I'm going to take an L'Oreal A25 brush. I'm going to go directly below the same color that we just used. I'm going to use Burnt Orange, and we're going to go directly below Golden Ochre, just to warm it up just a little bit. Now I'm going to switch to another brush. I'm going to use the Morphe and L'Oreal A20 brush. We're going to go into the color Cyprus Umber. We are going to apply this on the outer third of the eye. And slightly in the crease as well. To a different eyeshadow palette, I'm going to use the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette. And we are going to take the color Abyss just to deepen up the outer part of the eye. Then I'm going to go in with a clean blending brush. I'm going to take the Morphe M453 brush and just blend Abyss just a little bit. A little bit of it in the crease. Apply a shade on the inner part of the eye. I'm going to do a cut crease or a half cut crease. I'm going to take the concealer that we used, and I'm going to use the same brush. This is like my favorite brush to use when applying a cut crease. So we're going to take the Morphe and Aria A19 brush. I'm going to keep the outer part of the eye darker because I like kind of that depth. Same thing to the other eye. So I'm going to take the the Echo Tools eyeshadow brush. You're going to go back into the Morning Renaissance palette. You're first going to take Primavera, which is this one, and we're going to apply this kind of closer to the outer part of the eye. But first what I like to do is I'm actually going to spray it with my finishing spray first, and then start applying it. We are going to take Primavera, which is the shade on top of Primavera, or Vermeer. I'm going to take the shade Vermeer that's on top of Primavera. I'm going to spray it one more time, and we're going to apply this in the inner part of the eye. I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to take the ColourPop That's Taupe eyeshadow palette, and we are going to take the color Slated, and we're going to apply that right on top. Okay, I'm going to come back with lashes and eyeliner on, because that's going to take me a little bit, because these lashes are really hard to put, these nails are really hard to put on lashes with. Okay, that was easier than I thought it was going to be of putting them on, but I kind of just messed up this little bit. There's like liner kind of on the shadow, which is annoying. Take my makeup wipe and just kind of wipe away any fall underneath the eye. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter, and I'm just going to apply this kind of like on the outsides of the face, kind of like here, here, there. And I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Power Grip primer and take this like everywhere else. I'm going to blend it with my Bedellium muscle brush. I'm gonna let that kind of soak in just a little bit. I'm also going to go get out my going to mix two foundations together. I'm going to mix the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue in a foundation in my RCMA palette. I'm going to mix this shade. So I'm going to put a little bit of the Bare Minerals foundation on the back of my hand first. Take the fair shade and just apply it there. Then I can mix the two together. With what's left on the palette knife, I'm just going to apply it. And I can go in with a brush with what's ever left on the back of my hand. I'm going to take the Anisa Beauty all over face brush for that. Okay, so with what's ever left on the back of my hand, I'm going to take my Beauty Blender. I'm going to spray it a little bit so I can get it just a little bit damp. I'm going to take with what's ever left on the back of my hand, like I said, and just press that in. Let's move into concealer. I'm going to take the ColourPop concealer that we have been using. I'm going to dot this under the eye just a little bit and then on any blemish. Then I like to do a little bit of a combination of my finger and a brush when blending in the concealer. Then I'm going to spray my NYX Bear With Me multitasking spray. Press that in. I'm going to use this one first. I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me translucent powder. We are going to apply this, or set the under eye area with that. T-zone, I'm going to go in with my Bare Minerals Original Foundation. Actually, no, let's just stick to Maybelline first. I'm just going to set the T-zone with this as well. And then with a bigger brush, I'm going to set the outsides of the face using the Bare Minerals Original Foundation. Like I said, we're going to set the outsides of the face with this. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the under eye area. So I'm going to take the first shade that we used on the eyes. I'm going to go in with Golden Ochre from the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm just going to dust this underneath the eye. Oh no, my gosh, it's falling. Then I'm going to take Burnt Orange and apply this a little bit closer to the lash line. I'm going to take Primavera and then spray it. Oh yeah, this is the Morphe and L'Oreal A7 brush. I'm going to take Primavera and only apply it in the center of the lower lash line. And then take Vermeer, which is the one above Primavera, and apply that on the inner part of the lower lash line. And then take Cyprus Umber, just a tiny bit of glam, and apply that on the very outer part of the lower lash line. Okay, for lower lash mascara, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Waterproof Mascara. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with my Morphe face palette. I'm going to use this bronzer shade right here with my Real Techniques powder brush. I'm going to see if I like using this big fluffy brush like this. Oh yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna go on the gel pen as well with this. And over that, I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer. This has a little bit of a shimmer in it, and I want to just have the bronzer just a little bit more shimmery. I'm just going to apply that on the cheek area and the forehead. I'm not going to go on in the jawline because I want to keep that contoured rather than bronzed. Okay, for blush, I'm going to use the the Anastasia, the Anissa Beauty Angled Cheek Brush. I'm going to use the matte blush shade. It's higher than I normally would by blush. Not the nose as well, but the left. And I'm going to go in and use the jaclyn powder blush in Rose Oro just for like a blush topper. This has a little bit of shimmer in it. And what I like to do is I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and just blend the blush a little bit. I'm going to take the more golden highlight shade and just apply this in a C shape around the eye. What I like to do is I'm going to take the Morphe L'Oreal brush number A7 and take the same highlight shade and just apply that on the tip of the nose. Or maybe let's do it down the nose. I think I like that better. And then we're also going to apply that on the Cupid's bow and the chin. And I'm going to take the NYX lip liner in Nude Pink. This is my favorite NYX lip liner. It's super close to my natural lip color. And I'm going to take one of my favorite lipsticks. This is the Jafra Luxury Lipstick in Beige Chiffon. And what I've been loving to do, I kind of stopped doing this, I found something that I would love to use it with again. So I'm going to take a set of, a hairspray. I'm going to use the Paula Mitchell Flexible Style Fast Drying Sculpting Spray. I absolutely love this hairspray. It's so nice. And rather than using a gel, I'm going to be using this. I have done this in the past. I haven't had a really great hold with other hairsprays, but this one gives such a nice hold in the forward brows. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spray this on a spoolie. I'm going to use the Morphe M153 brush, and I'm just going to run this through the brows. I do like to kind of spray it again after I finish one brow. Then I'm going to take my NYX Bear With Me multitasking spray. Okay, now it's time for the Bible verse of the day. This one is John 6:35. Jesus said to them, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me shall not hunger, and whoever believes in me shall never thirst. And that was John 6:35. Enjoy today's video and see you guys in the next one. Bye!